This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 12. Watch Twits. 25.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. Wilson
and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Kill, turn up. Slam.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. That's caught by Hollister. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
Check. Mike 42. Hey, 0. Watch safety creeping.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
All go special. Mike's 42. 12. Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's right, baby.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Hey, pick it up.
Here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed, 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but boy, they're playing awfully well, and guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their third, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded Josh Dobbs in preseason? Incredible job Mike Tomlin has done as the head coach there. But the team to keep an eye out for in the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans. They are hot right now, 8-5, and running the heck out of the football with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mentioned the Texans currently holding the AFC South lead, but they also have that 8-5 record. It's going to be close down the stretch. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it third down. Wilson will throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll run on first down. Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Green Bay.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On 2nd and 9, Wilson, it's caught, block it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4 on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch back.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. 25 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Draw play. This is Carson. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 40 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap. Fielded
about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougald.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
This is Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Switch. Hey, check 20.
Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. And now look at him go. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. 60 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 5. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down 6 on the Seahawks 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left, want to save it.
23 yards, the final tally. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.